Well, regardless. So, our band of adventurers, the Talaria, are currently resting up in the city of Mary-Libere. Over the past few days, you have had to... Well, the past few weeks, I should say, you have journeyed into the Veshmir Sea, first intending to get to Mary-Libere, and then having to head out once more to the Isle of Yenta. For the first time in a while, you have been able to find a way to rest, not having to dash ahead to warn anybody of an incoming threat and then dashing to said threat and attempting to negotiate a deal. You're now left with several potential things on the table, wanting to hear about any further discussions in regards to the deal, wanting to explore the island, and, as it turned out a few days ago, finding out that one of your companions got themselves into a spot of bother back in Port Honor. With many things on the table and waiting for the Nymph's Needle to be repaired for the aim of commandeering a ship, you spent the last couple of days simply relaxing. So with that in mind, that is where we left off. So if I recall, last session, it ended in the morning.
Yep.
After a little bit of foreplay, I guess, that was interrupted.
Again. Hylock and Mev just never fucking stop. Yeah, alright.
Okay,
So,
okay. Yeah.
did anyone have any plans today?
Nate is typing. Well, Nate is typing. What about everyone else?
So I settled the first stuff. That's good to go.
Mm-hmm.
For now. We didn't make any plans or anything yet, right?
No, there was discussions, as mentioned, discussions about looking into the other tribes.
I remember I was going to set a plan, and then the shit with her happened.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Handled the book. Yeah, okay. Then, I will collect everyone and just, like, call a meeting so we can figure out where we're going.
I see. A meeting's in, I assume, the Mirage?
Yeah, we can do that. We can meet up there. If anyone has anything they want to do beforehand, say it now.
Nope, nothing special.
Anna?
I don't got anything to do before the meeting, so go ahead.
Cool. Yeah, then I'll call a meeting. She will be like, alright, so I got Mama to agree to help us with acquiring the Vein Slasher's ship. Of course, it's going to be a little bit of time before we can do that, while the needle is being repaired. While we wait, She looks at Arjun. We still going deeper into the island to see if we can find more information?
I don't believe that deeper into the island is likely to yield any more information on what I'm looking to learn.
She nods. Looks like she's curious about like what changed, but she's not going to say anything. All right. Well, that is unfortunate that we don't exactly have a goal anymore. But we aren't really going to be able to leave for a time either. So we have to figure out the way to spend it. Fucking. She glances at Kindling. I don't suppose you've been to see the hag?
I don't know what I would say in this case.
Mev looks at you, Kindling, with a scorn. Like, there was one right answer to this question, and you managed to fuck that up. And she spits. You would tell me that you haven't, because you would have learned your lesson about fucking around. So, have you or have you not been to see the hag since we've been back?
Haven't? I think she'd bring up what I owe her. I don't think that would lead anywhere.
Kindling, you cut a deal with this woman that didn't go through. You lost your effigy, but she still thinks that you owe her. She'll be expecting a reward. Well, I'm glad that you haven't been to see her. It's not like it's useless to go there. Mev just like huffs. We should go to see her and inform her of what happened. Inform her that she will not be getting this book or the secrets inside. Mev just crosses her arms. She looks at Havelock. You know, it still might be worth going deeper into the island. It's a ways away, but the Sahagin, well, we encountered them quite a bit, and aren't they related to Kuatora somehow? I'm thinking maybe your father fucked around with them.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Do you think that's worth checking into?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, you just said wouldn't surprise me, so that's not an answer.
Wow. It cut out the best part. I said more. I
Oh,
said wouldn't surprise but he was a whore.
oh my god.
And that Tom, what role would I make to see if I knew anything like what Mev was saying, if there might be a connection?
Between Koto and Sahuagin, or Sahuagin and your dad?
And his
I didn't hear. You cut out for a second.
Pam is in the Twilight Zone.
um,
Oh.
well, I would like to make a check about the Kuatoa and the Sahagan, because that's my initial thought.
Okay, for both. All right. For the connection between Kuto and Sahuagin, nature check. The connection between Sahuagin and Cadwagan, history check.
I know I can't help with Cadwagan. Can I help with nature for the Kuatoa and the Sahagan? I don't know which of us has higher nature.
Yeah, sure. I'll allow it.
Anna, what's your nature?
my nature
Is what?
is it's -1.
Okay, I'll roll it with advantage because I have a 1.
I'm dying here. Help. Roll
16.
20 is killing me. Tom, what was I supposed to roll for the Cadwagan one?
History.
Thank you.
All right.
Ouch.
Thinking back, the only dealings really that Cadwagan had with Sahuagin was when he was gutting them after the attack. In regards to connection between Sahuagin and Kuatoa, you recall back to like the various lessons that you had with like at the School of Maritime Tactics and also from the Needle.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas Sahuagin are more active, Kuatoa are more passive, and they tend not to meld together. Usually, whenever they meld together, it's because the Sahuagin's hunting them.
Mm.
So it's more odd to see Kuatoa and Sahuagin working together.
That means, though, that Kuatoa are on the island, right?
You do know that Kuatoa are on the island, but they are very scarce. Most of them had been driven off by the Sahuagin groups that dot the island.
Okay.
But there is the occasional, like Kuatoa corpse that shows up.
Okay. I feel like that might still be worth looking into, though, because if we can find the Sahagan, we can probably find some dead Kuatoa at the very least.
Tasty meal?
I'm not eating fucking Kuatoa.
Also, can you hear me better now? I switched over to my phone.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Mev just thinks about it. Well, my logic is that the Sahagan are well known for hunting Kuatoa. If we find the Sahagin, we'll be able to be led back to the Kuotoa. We might find more of those. She has the blood compass with the symbol, right? I believe so.
One of you took the blood compass. The other one took the saltwater compass.
Yeah,
forget
I'm
what-
pretty sure I took the blood compass. Mev takes out the compass. Might be able to find more of these sigils. Of course. Could be just a wild fucking goose chase.
Worth a shot, anyways, right?
We've got time to kill. Mev glances at Arjun, like for his opinion.
We do have time to kill. I wish we had something more concrete to work on, but seems to me like we have little else.
I'm loath to admit that speaking to the hag might yield some results, but I don't want to do fucking business with her.
Just like pause. And eventually Arjun says, to be fair, she didn't know our situation. She did what she did with kindling, obviously in her own interest, yes, but also it's not as if she intentionally sabotaged our plans. We don't know where she stands.
Well, you're right. I'm concerned about running into a situation like that again.
Fair enough.
Perhaps when we go to see her to clear Kindling's little deal, I'll gauge how she behaves. From there, I'll make a decision. Deal?
Cool.
Yeah, no nods. She puts the compass away. And she looks at Kindling. Ready? Right. Mev's gonna lead everyone out, and we are gonna go to the Hag's Boon or Curse.
Okay. So, you all collectively as a group make your way over to the Boon or Curse. The door is open, and you can see the Lily Triton just sort of sitting there, just leaning back, eyes closed, with a smoking pipe in her mouth.
Do I know the hag's name? myself.
You would, yes. What?
Krathia?
Yes.
All right. Yep.
Krafa.
Kratha. I'm talking about if I know her personally. Fucking yeah. Mev opens the door and she walks in. Kratha, I need to speak with you.
Yeah, tilts her head and opens one eye. Sort of notices there, just takes the smoke pipe out, places it down, stands up, just stretches. So it looks up at Kindling. Ah, I see you're back. Looks back to you, Mev. I assume you are a companion of this person.
You know damn well who I am. She goes to the counter.
I know you very well, Mevele Catalin.
Then don't play fucking coy. I heard about the deal you made with my friend. She gestures over to Kindling.
And how did the deal go? How did your side end up?
It was a bust. Your effigy. We tossed it before it did anything. Which means it didn't work.
So, your friend makes use of my services only to not use them.
Which means you're out of a deal.
So it looks over at Kindling again. A clear look of annoyance. I suppose, for the time being, I am, but I am willing to reinstate the deal should he wish of my services.
Mev stares at her for a minute. It looks like she wants to respond. She wants to do something. But then she stands up straight. She looks at Kindling. Well, do you still want her services? Oh, fucking. Mev. Mev looks at you. She knows what you're implying. She knows that you want her to get in your head. It seems like she's not going to do that. She is waiting very patiently, very neutral for your response.
You can sort of see Krefa's just sort of like tapping her finger on her arm with like very gradually increasing force as she's showing signs of losing patience.
Fucking.
Well, come on, spit it out, boy.
These two women have pushed Kindling into a corner.
My eyes are so gummy right now.
You gotta sit up. You gotta rub your face. Gotta wake up.
No.
Yep. I want to insight that hesitance. Azalea? $16. Fucking. Okay. Mev looks at Kresa. She says, well, you heard him. He doesn't wish to renew his deal. Out of luck.
And what if I want my end of the bargain fulfilled, the dagger?
Technically, you didn't fulfill your end of the bargain.
I
It didn't come to completion. And she holds up a hand before she interrupts. However, we could name a smaller price because you did make the effigy still.
That's right. I did uphold my end of the deal. I provided him with a means to power up his dagger to get the book open. If he doesn't make use of it, that is no fault of mine.
Mev Mev smiles and she says, only half of your services were used, Kratha. Therefore, name a smaller price and we will get it for you. Otherwise, well, we can simply get nothing. Then we're both out of luck.
She's gonna insight you.
Insight for what?
She's trying to see if you're just straight up giving an ultimatum or if it's potentially leading up to something.
Okay.
No, she ain't gonna get anything from that. See a small smile appear on her face. And what if I decide I wish to cash in this later?
She raises a brow. Suppose I wouldn't mind that, but it would have to be a stipulation that it's of lesser value than the dagger.
I suppose then, because the only thing I could think of immediately is the book.
Yeah, Mev actually scoffs.
Hmm.
That is far too high a price. The dagger is one thing, the book is another.
A shame. Well, then I shall simply take the need of payment to a lesser extent, granted, and I will simply hold on to it.
Actually, Mev thinks about this for a second. Can I was kind of in the book, like I felt its power.
Mm-hmm.
Can I bestow that knowledge onto someone?
What do you mean?
I could go into her head and show her the events that took place.
Like sharing the memories.
Yeah.
You probably could with a roll.
Okay. I don't exactly know if I want to do that. Like, I don't know. Because she seems like someone that could actually use that information. She's fucking ghost catatonic. I killed a hag. It's always an option when I do my, like, weird fucking mind flayer stuff. Okay. It's just another thing that I can keep in mind if I'm really desperate. Yeah, no, I won't bring that up right now. Yeah, Mev nods. She looks at kindling points. I advise, if you don't want to be disappointed again, not to give this one any more deals.
Noted.
Good. You know, you put us in quite a fucking bind. Or at least almost. Not entirely your fault. This idiot's the one that actually knew what was going on.
People come to me for potential boons. What happens afterwards, I frankly do not care.
I believe that. Just saying. Give us a little bit of a hard time. Mev huffs. It seems like she's not annoyed at Kratha. She's fucking annoyed at Kindling. Can I insight, like, I imagine that she's annoyed by the situation. Does it feel like if I were to bring anything else up, that she would, like, give me a big fuck you?
Make an insight check.
12.
Just seems overall annoyed.
Mev connects with Arjun and Havelock. She says, well, what do you two think? Should we ask for information?
Could be worth it. Worst she can do is say no. Or curse us.
Curse is a high likelihood right now. We just fucked her over. Arjun?
Brad?
Argent doesn't answer right away.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually he says, I think it's worth asking. Would you let me handle it?
You'd have to pay something.
Don't worry.
All right. If you want to pay the
Give
price.
me 1 second.
All right. Fucking.
Sorry about that. I just got mail.
You've got
Good.
mail.
We just got a letter. We just got a letter. All right. You need me to replay it?
You said that I need to pay something, and he said, don't worry about it.
Yep. Yeah, Mev basically responded afterwards. All right. If you've got something to give.
Really now?
This is in their heads. Can
Oh.
she hear this?
Sorry.
Because
I thought
I
you
was gonna
said
say.
no. That was a fault on mine.
Arjun is going to
That'd be
interject
scary as
now,
fuck.
and he says, despite the fact that we have come away as difficult business partners, it's true that what you did was something that cost you, that we simply threw away. At the same time, it was a bit interesting that you could do something like that without thinking about whether or not we were going to have to be on a ship to fight something like that.
I was simply asked to provide something. I provided it. I don't need any more details beyond that. I couldn't care where you head to or your locations. You could be going into the Nine Hells for all I care. I simply await people who wish for trinkets to protect them, and I create them. I don't need their life story.
There was one thing that I was intending to ask you about, that we were intending to ask you about, despite the fact that we have come to a point where we can't pay you back for what it is you originally asked for kindling.
You see her eyes light up and a smile grow on her face.
If we pay up front, would that suffice? It's only information we're looking for.
The smile just drops at that. I offer many things and you simply want information?
It may lead to more, but I can't guarantee anything. All I want is information. In exchange, I'll give you something of monetary value. How's that?
Make a persuasion check.
My persuasion isn't actually nearly as good as it looks. 13.
13. Ask your questions.
There is a symbol that we've come across in several occasions, and Arjun will explain the symbol. He's not
I
going
can
to show
actually
her.
take out a drawing.
Oh, you have a drawing. Okay.
Yep.
I was going to say, we don't want to take out the fucking compass in front of her. That would be really bad idea.
Yeah, I have a drawing.
He gestures to Mev and she takes out the drawing.
Okay. So
The fact that we've come across this more than once, and in certain vicinities of dangerous creatures, is something that we've become slightly more worried about over time because of the fact that it's cropping up. It's something that we may not be able to avoid, and others from the Isle of Moa might not either.
as you're describing this, Mev, you actually notice Krafer freeze as she looks at the symbol.
I want to get into her head immediately.
Okay. So you get into her head and actually, yeah, with no, with that won't be the case. You hear from just her base thoughts. The first thing you notice as well is that there's sort of like a whisper of other voices as well. Oh, this is specifically a other voice alongside it, almost like it's of two minds talking. Not dissimilar to you and Valkyr, but doesn't feel the same, if that makes sense.
So she's also soul tied, but there's something different about her.
You can't be 100% sure. It's the closest comparison you can get, though.
Okay.
So you sort of hear the various random thoughts, but the main, like the loud ones you focus on is, It seems like you hear it you like come in mid conversation basically in regards to it. You just you hear thought it was a myth. It was, apparently. So then why is it here? Unsure. Maybe your trinket. No. It was part of many. And yet, here it is. Around this point, Arjun has finished like his discussion, and you just watch as Krief just closes her eyes, breathes in and out. Ultharaf.
I'm sorry, what?
The symbol. It is of a being known as Ultharoth.
Utharoth. Well, by the sounds of it, it's not very friendly, which would track considering we've run into this in, what, Kuatoa, you said?
Mev nods.
For those that want to know how it's spelt.
Thank you. We encountered Kuatoa that had this sigil drawn on the walls. They were kidnapping people at the time.
You notice like the attitude that she had and everything. She almost looks like drained seeing this, like seeing it and just mentioning it. It's like, it is not surprising. Ultharaf is known as the Endless Hunger. Supposedly a myth shared between sea-based tribes. Little horror stories for the children. Mev, you continue to hear the conversation between the two voices in Krafer's head. It's interesting because you realize that this other voice is providing the information. Like you start like scanning on the surface thoughts, the voice that you hear doesn't come from Krafer, so you hear like, you told me about this. It is apparently an old children's tale. For who? For the tribes of the sea. Then why Kuatoa? Kuatoa are weak. They believe that the insatiable hunger will keep them safe. You hear Krafer, in her own words, relay this out. The Kuatoa, they are weaker seaborne races and tribes. Like how certain fish may have a, I suppose, symbiotic relationship with sharks, where they clean them in exchange for protection. This is the same on a wider scale. Anyone do anything in relation to that?
Mev asks, then do you know why someone would be looking for them? Someone like Cadligan?
You hear the voices in her head.
Cadwigan, that was the one who visited you. It was many years ago. Why does this one know of this Cadwigan? I do not know. I do not care. Ah, well, why is she connecting Ufarath with this Cadwigan?
I have many things on my mind here, dear mother. Let me think this freely.
I'll still be here.
Fine. Then watch, but don't talk. Yeah, so like blinks once or twice before going.
You're saying this is related to this Cadwigan?
We think that he was searching for it.
I know not what desires are in the hearts of man that would cause him to do it. It could be that Ilfaroth reached out and enticed him. Ilfaroth is, according to tales, powerful. Not a god per se, but very capable. What I do know is the tale of Ulfaroth is true, then under no circumstances should he be released. That is, unless you want the sea to become a prison, never again being able to set forth, and all life within it perished.
Not a god, and it can do all that.
You need not be a god to cause immense destruction. See any spellcasters of old. See the creations that Jurhan has made. Hear of the tale of the fall of Pterodons. You need not need a god to cause immense destruction. You simply need to have power, time, or patience.
Arjun's going to look at Mev and say, the ring that I gave you, the one that I was putting forth to our funds.
Mev nods. She will take it out.
Sorry, I didn't quite hear that. What was that you taking out?
The Ring of Fire strikes.
Ah,
I don't think that this is an amazing find, per se, but I think it's more than enough for information.
sort of seems conflicted for a few seconds. You hear in her head, Mev,
What use will that be if it's true?
or she just closes her eyes, sighs, just shakes her head.
The drawing.
The drawing.
I wish to have the drawing.
Can I glean why?
You asking me or are you asking her?
You.
Make an insight check with advantage because you are still reading her mind.
14.
14. It's surprisingly just feels like a degree of hopelessness. That she's just like, she's basically the knowledge of potentially that Ufaroth is potentially returning has just drained her of her usual amount, and it just appears that she just wants it just to remind her.
She looks at Arjun. What do you think?
We can always make another.
Mev takes the drawing, gives it to Krisa.
Takes it, looks at it, just places it on the table.
Is that all?
Yes.
Then leave.
Mev gestures for everyone to go. I will leave, but I'd like to stay hooked onto her for as long as possible.
Okay, the range on that's a mile, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Almost immediately after you leave, you do hear the Krafer and this other voice begin to speak again.
Really? You gave away a ring for a drawing? Well, if you're right, it's not going to matter now, is it?
I lied, it's 2 miles,
2
but
miles. Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
It's fine. Remember what I told you, the story, how it ends. That so long as the seals remain, he remains trapped, I know. You're worried about this Cadwigan, aren't you? He never came to me asking for any kind of boon, stated he never needed it. I could tell he is someone who will do whatever it takes to get what he wants, and if he wants to get Ulfaroth, then you think we're doomed. Did I not teach you anything? You taught me to only care about the here and now. But I know this worries you as much as it does me. And the fact that I'm saying that we're fine shows that it's nothing to worry about, dear. Perhaps. Perhaps.
After that, it's just the occasional surface thought you hear from Krafer. Just the regular kind of, thoughts that might run through people's heads.
Alright.
And it remains like that until you go out of range.
Mev during this whole time on the walk is very quiet. Like her brow is just furrowed. It seems like she is with that glassy look, she's somewhere else. Fucking I just saw what Nate said. Eventually she seems to come back. Her eyes gain a little bit more clarity. She says, well, we certainly got our fill of information.
Seems so.
And it looks like it might actually still be worth going to the Sahagin if waterbound races follow this guy. It's more than just Kuatoa that would be interested in him.
How do we get a Sahagan to talk?
That's definitely the hard part, but there are other tribes of more humanoid people on the island, other Moans. They might know more information too.
I see.
Could start by going to the village.
Truthfully, I'm out of my depth on this one.
You mean you don't deal with would-be gods on a daily basis?
No.
Damn. I was really hoping that you were an expert in that because I'm fucked. I don't fucking know. She looks at Havelock. What do you fucking think of this?
I think it's kind of fucked.
No shit.
Is it really something we need to stick our noses in right now?
Mev looks at you like a little annoyed. You're the one that wanted to stick your nose in this. You wanted to follow whatever Cadogan's business was, figure out what this shit was. We're doing this because you want to, Havelock. Remember?
Yes, I remember. But I didn't expect this to blow up into godly levels of bullshit to clean up.
It's your fucking dad. I don't know what else we fucking expected, but point is, you saying, do we have to deal with this right now? It's completely up to you. You're the reason we're in this.
Havelock takes a deep breath. Well, let's finish it then. There should be, what, a third compass if we're going off of rules of 3?
Myth thinks about this. Blood, water. What else?
We have the map. Could be leading us to the third one.
I'm asking what you think the third compass is, if there is one. Blood and salt water. What else is in that? Is there... I mean, it instantly makes me think of the body. Is there any sort of check I could do to glean more information?
No, but as a reminder, you do have somebody in your party that can speak to objects.
Didn't we... Oh, we spoke to the chest. We didn't speak to the compass, did we?
I don't think you did. I think it was only the chest.
Fucking... I mean, if Havlik wants
Speak
to
to
do that, he
objects is
can.
so fucking weird.
Yeah, if Havlik wants to do that, he can go ahead. It's just like racking her brain on what fucking else there could be.
I shall speak with Compass as we're going about.
Okay. Just check. You also have the regular compass with you still, yeah? You haven't like left it in a bag somewhere.
Havelock has that one.
Okay.
We didn't want them to be put together because it like heats up.
I mean, when you do pick up the blood compass, it is like it's not hard to touch, but it is notably like warm to the touch.
Warm, yeah.
Okay.
I'm out of touch. I'm out of time.
So you cast Speak with an Analogy on the blood compass. The spell goes through. What do you do, Havelock?
Alright. First question to the compass. How many of there were you made by Cadrigan, or owned by Cadrigan?
If that oath could make me or my brothers. One of which... Oh, two of which I can feel nearby. Ugh. There were 4 of us. One has gloriously gave himself to the cause.
Havelock's gonna relay this to the group.
2. Does that mean there's one here on the island or nearby?
How close are the other compasses that you can feel?
Close enough to make my blood boil. I was not designed to know where my brethren were. Their purpose lies within themselves. Why would I care about some expendable thing such as that?
Dude, these objects are so fucking sassy and annoying. Like, goddamn, stop being such bitches.
To be fair, it's only the ones related to Cadrigan that seem to be like that.
Fucking holy shit.
They're either gonna give you an existential crisis in being a fucking boat, or they're gonna be a bitch.
So that means that one of the other compasses is on the isle that we don't have. What are their functions? You take blood. One of your brothers takes salt water. What's the last?
I relay that question to the compass.
Yeah, I figure we're playing a game of telephone.
I'm the only one that uses blood. They have to substitute salt water.
Interesting.
We know about the saltwater one. We know about you and the blood. What of the other?
Salt water! All my other brethren.
Oh, what was that, sorry?
Salt water. Is the one that gave themselves salt water.
Yes. All 4 of my brethren were salt water to return them to where they belong.
You said that there were 4 of them in total. Do you mean that there are 5 of them?
No, he's referring to the 4, because he said that there was 4, but one had said he had gave his life for the cause.
Yeah, is he included in that? Are there 5 of them?
Yeah, he's saying like all 4 of them, so he's including the one that no longer exists.
So we have 2 missing?
So you know that there are 2...
Tom, please just give me yes or no. Do we have 2 missing?
You have 1 missing.
How does that work if there are 5 of them?
You have... So the 5 include the blood compass. So you got the blood compass and you got the 4 saltwater compasses.
Uh-huh. So we have a saltwater compass and we have a blood compass. 1 is gone. So there are 2 saltwater compasses left.
Yes.
So we're missing 2, not 1.
Yes, but I thought you were...
Uh-huh.
The fact that you knew that there was another one here on the island...
Talking about the ones that we have.
Yes, okay. Based on ones that you have and you know of, there are 2 missing.
Fantastic. I'm so glad that we cleared that up.
Good job, team. Confusion.
Like, what are we talking about? Cool.
It's been a long day.
Oh my god. Okay.
The game gets so much harder when we include numbers.
All right, cool. We're missing 2 of them. We have 2. 1 is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Mev says,
how many bottles of pop will we buy at the store?
Lucy has 10 watermelons and she gives 3 away.
How many fingers do her friends have left after that?
Okay. So, why do you heat up when you're near each other? What's that purpose?
The fools who attempt to keep our master hidden put it on us to make it more difficult. Fool on them. Over the years, it's weakened quite a bit.
Difficult to do what?
To collect them all. He's saying that it used to be a greater range at which they would heat up and be unable to be held.
Right, so they couldn't keep it on them. I don't suppose that that you all, the compasses, are related to the seals.
It's a long pause. What the compass says.
We were created by those who were angry that our master was sealed away. A means to break the seals. My brethren would go first, to weaken the hold, and I would be last to free him, allowing him to roam free once more.
All right. If thinks about it. If we wanted to find your other brother on the island, I don't suppose you're aware of where Cadogan frequented here.
I was never here. I was simply put in a box and left. Left to wait time out.
Mev nods, and she just says, "What a dreadful fate." Seems like she's done asking questions.
Do you relay that last line to the compass there, Havelock?
He's going to tell it. The pretty girl is very sad for you.
I don't want her pity. I have spent millennia waiting and waiting. If I spend a few more in a box, so be it.
Are you relaying all of this to Mev?
Oh yeah, Havelock's doing the voice and all. He's mocking the
Oh
fuck
my
out of this
God.
compass.
Mev looks so fucking smug right now. Oh.
Kindling, Arjun, do either of you have questions before I cut ties with this angry little thing?
Not really.
I was gonna say, does it have a name?
Compass, what is your name?
I have no need for a name.
They're so bitter, so aggressive.
You know what, Nate? That's a good one.
Oh my God, please don't name it Doug.
Can't we name a dog?
Oh my
It's
God.
a blood compass. We call it Blumpus.
For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. These are items that we could give really cool names, and you just decide on things like Blumpus or fucking Doug. Like, you fucking people.
I mean, I was thinking this sounds like a Jimmy.
Oh, my goodness.
It has no name. I shall call it a whiny bitch. Anything else?
Well, I say we destroy it. If we can't destroy it, we bury it somewhere incredibly inland.
Mev waves you off, Arjun, like gesturing for you to be quiet for a moment. She gestures for Havelock to end the spell.
The compass just hears a dial tone as it cuts off.
You hear the connection in all of your heads. Agree with you, Arjun. But I don't think that it should be here. I think that destroying these compasses, I'm concerned that if we destroy them, something will happen. Activate with this would-be god. And if they're all around Karmora, we should take them elsewhere. Away from Karmora.
We could do it the old-fashioned way, throw it in a trapped chest, leave it in the middle of a deserted island.
I'm thinking, for one, none of them should be stashed close together, and none of them should be stashed here, where the book is. Deserted island, other continent.
I'll be right back real quickly. Continue walking while I do that.
I'm not sure if it's related, but if someone's looking for a source of great power, best not to give them two options.
Fair.
Go deep down into the ocean and drop it in the carcass of a whale.
That would be a bad idea. We're trying to keep these away from water-faring creatures in the first place. If we drop them somewhere like a chasm or a trench, they'll just swim down and get it.
I think Mev, it looks like she's debating a little bit. I have business that I want to do in Erazar. She holds up the blood compass. I don't think aquatic races would survive very well in the desert, nor would this be found easy there.
You know, we still haven't seen if that activates by anything else's blood but my own.
I'm not giving my blood.
Kindling.
Just volunteer.
He nominates you
Oh,
as
shit.
tribute.
Oh my god.
Do we be mean? Do we poke him in the beans?
Oh my god. I mean, that's probably the kindest thing that you could do.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Jesus. Alright.
Are you raging?
6 slashing damage. Okay. You just sort of like dig your claws into your arm, pull them off, and just let the blood really drip onto the lens of the compass. You watch as it flattens out, similar to when Havelock did it, and the murky, muddy effect with the golden strings appear again.
Okay. Has the position changed any?
No.
Okay.
Well, it's changed.
Infected with other people's blood.
It's changed a little bit because it was, if I remember right.
Just in correlation with the direction that we've come from.
Yeah, so you can sort of see the light has moved a little bit in a, because orientation is difficult for me, in a northwestern direction.
Cool. Yep. Mev nods. We should find the compass on this island and move them all. I don't think we should have all of them at the same time, but having 3 doesn't sound bad.
As they're talking, Havlock's gonna give Kindling a little pet. Be healed. Have your 6 damage back.
Anyone have any opinions or suggestions?
I think it's something that we should be careful about. In terms of whether or not we carry these things, obviously, but also, when I say be careful, I mean we have to take them overseas. Maybe the Sahagin haven't actually been randomly ramping up lately for no reason. Maybe the Sahagin have been targeting us because we have 2 compasses, and they were targeting us before because we had 1.
That's a fair point. This would definitely answer why the attacks have been so frequent. Yeah, Mev nods. Keep watching like Kindling is typing.
Has there been any other ships attacked? Maybe finding that third one? The one he bitch mentioned?
I'm guessing you're referring to the 3rd compass that is on the island that we said we were going to find just now. Yeah, so we already answered that. Hasn't there been other ship attacks? Sahagin do attack Moen ships frequently, but not this much, right?
Yeah, the attacks are focused on the northern and southern tips of the island.
Yeah. Mev nods a little bit. There are other ship attacks, but that isn't exactly surprising. It's common to have some battles with Sahagins. The ones that we've been experiencing, though, the number of them has been, frankly, a little ridiculous. Generally, and I believe that you said this, Tom, generally they learn how to identify ships that are not worth fighting. The fact that they attacked the Algos, that makes sense. It's an unfamiliar ship. The Stabbed Rat, though, is unusual.
So just to clarify a bit, they identify the ships, but they also judge it based on the strength of the ship. For example, they'd pretty much never attack the Maelstrom. It's too big and armored as a ship, but the Stabbed Rats and smaller ships like it do have the potential risk simply due to less armaments.
I mean, sure, but they should recognize Stadrat at this point.
Oh, yeah,
and the Algos wasn't a small ship by any means.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's still weird. It's very weird.
Yeah, I know. It was just extra clarification is all.
Yeah. So, yeah, Mev basically like explains like this is unusual. I agree with you, Arjun. Though I do think we should collect them and put them in better places. If anyone can handle this, it's going to be people like us.
So Arizar then, huh?
For the blood compass, I think that would be a good idea. Good place to put it. No one seabound is going there. Is that all right?
By me.
He looks to you, Kindling and Havelock.
Sounds fair.
You know, if we do this, Havelock, you're probably not going to be able to find whatever your father was doing. If we were to follow the compasses, I imagine they're going to lead us to the seals. They're going to get us way more involved in this. We'd basically be on a mission to hide them away, to avoid what Cadwigan was doing.
That man has never once decided to do something kind to the world. I don't think this is going to start it.
I don't care what Cadwigan thinks or does. I care what you think. Are you okay with this?
If my father wanted to send some untold horror onto the world, I'm not going to let it happen. Let's hide the compasses.
All right. Then we've got our mission for the next little while. We're going to find the compass on this isle. And hopefully some more information. Mev looks at the blood compass and just huffs. She puts it away. We're going to set out tomorrow. If you have anything you need to do, anything you need to prepare, I recommend you do it now. Am I clear?
Clear as day.
Understood.
Yep. No dance. And I think, let me look at my stuff. I know Bali's just heading back. So I'm not too worried about that. Just checking some things. Sorry.
It's fine.
I have like 14 rations. That should be good. Plus, Arjun is gonna fish all the fucking time.
I mean, if worse
Look
come
at
to
the
worse, we
array.
have sheep we can eat.
Fucking. Oh yeah, I imagine that the sheep are now probably at Mev's house.
And how does her mom feel about that?
She's probably so fucking annoyed. I have tents. I have my bullseye lantern. We all have rings of water breathing, right? Or I have the manta ray cloak. So, just are we all good? We can all breathe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Kindling and Urchin have them. Fuck, sorry.
Yeah. Havelock can just breathe underwater. I have my cloak of the manta ray, and then you two should have rings of water breathing.
Get breath upon.
It's a bag of tricks. Okay, yeah, I think. Why the fuck is Unleash Incarnation in my inventory? That is an ability. What the fuck? Weird. Okay.
It was probably like you added a weapon to your inventory so that it would automatically generate the attack.
Right, yeah.
And then you renamed the weapon so that it would be then attack.
Yep, okay. Fucking so fucking weird. Okay, I think I'm good for supplies.
I've been good. I don't track rations because Arjun doesn't eat. Arjun is a fucking eternal being. By that I mean he gets food specifically from everyone else.
What's the Ring of Regeneration given back to him? I know that the dagger is Arjun's now.
The Ring of Regeneration was given back to you. It's not in my inventory anymore.
Havelock, you have the saltwater compass in your inventory, right?
Yes.
Cool. Is there anywhere to get health potions here?
Pharaoh.
I don't trust Pharaoh.
Can we maybe check with the mushroom?
That
Yeah, that's Pharaoh.
That's Pharaoh.
I don't have a lot of money in the first place.
Havelock can volunteer some coin. I have a whole 259 gold at your disposal.
Oh, fucking sweet. Yeah, Havelock, go get some fucking healing potions for all of us. Because we don't have a fucking healer.
Some healing.
You have
Your
lay
stuff
on
was
hands.
mad.
Do
I
you
have
even
cure
have?
wounds.
Do you have? Okay, I'm glad that you have cure wounds. Do you have revivify?
I don't think so. I don't think I. Am I? No, I don't think I was.
Revivify isn't on the Warlock spell list anyway, I don't think.
He's a warlock paladin multi-class.
Yeah.
I think last time I leveled up in Paladin, but I didn't reach high enough level to get.
God, that sucks.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I'm juggling, but I can attack
Okay.
twice now.
Thanks. I'm glad you can attack twice. But again, Okay. So please get some healing spells. Not healing spells, healing potions. Yeah, Kindling, you go get some too, because we will need it. I have like no funds because I spent all my money on your water breathing. Yeah, I'm gonna go spend time with my family and tell them that I'm gonna be still on the island, but I'm gonna be leaving for a little bit. You know, I can't just disappear in the middle of the night again. That'd be awkward.
Ha 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 ha.
Who would do that?
You know what? At least when you left, they didn't die.
Yeah, I feel like if I left with this group, they would die.
That's fair. Come on, Kindling. Mev has given us a quest. Tom, how many healing potions can I splurge 259 gold on?
Jesus.
That would get you 5 healing potions.
Normal healing potions or minor healing potions?
Minor, if I recall. One sec. I need to remember because I remember the pricing for these.
So I do have 2 minor potions and 1 healing potion.
Second.
I need everyone to have potions.
I have no potions. Also, I need to sell my rapiers and copper ingots to the fucking smith guy that I got from the wreck. I forgot to do that. So I've just got 5 rapiers and 6 copper ingots just on my person.
Holy
Look at all
shit.
these swords I've got. Look at all these fucking swords on my back.
Oh yeah, I've got like 3 quivers strapped to me with 30 arrows each after they got dried.
My
I'm gonna
God.
have a rapier between each finger, so I have 3 rapiers in each hand, and I'm just gonna stab people with my.
It's like fucking Fencer
you
Wolverine.
Wolverine?
Yeah.
Yeah, Fencer Wolverine.
Serene!
Jab, 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 jab.
Oh my God.
Listen, I know Wolverine has charisma, but apparently he's got finesse too in all his weapons. Oh.
Jesus.
Okay,
So-
okay, but is Arjun just Twink Wolverine?
Oh my God.
Wolverine.
Oh my God. Listen, Arjun is not a twink, he's a twunk. Very important distinction.
So,
By the way, can we have a break
He is
real quick?
old.
I-
That's
If at all
true.
possible.
yeah. Let me just. I was just quickly grabbing the stuff. So,
Okay. I'll be right back.
So the minor healing potions are 50 gold each, whereas the healing potions are 200 gold each.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Okay.
potions are expensive.
So what is that? 4 or 5 minor potions?
Yeah. There would be 5 minor
Um,
potions or 1 greater and 1 minor.
Holy shit.
Oh, well. That's 800 gold. Jesus. Killen's been holding out on you.
Yeah, Killing hasn't spent anything. Holy shit. No, that's good though. That's worth it.
Yep. Thankfully, Pharaoh being Pharaoh can, actually wait. Yeah, how many great potions does he have at the moment? He only has 2, but he can make more. But I don't think...
How long would that take?
That's what I'm just quickly looking up now. take him about a week for per potion. So you
Week
could,
per potion. That's so fucking long.
yeah, could be worse. The stronger ones can take up to like 5 to 12 work weeks, depending on how strong. I mean, let's just see. If Havelock got all 5, then he's cleared him out.
Okay. Well, get the 2 greater. What happened? Oh, okay. Get the 2 greater, and I mean, it might be worth it to just throw that money down for the fucking
Hello.
Hello.
yeah, do that, and then you'll have some money left over for like our travels.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you, Anna.
Hi. We're talking about potions.
Okay. Discord died on my phone, so I'm back on my computer. I hope it doesn't kill itself again.
Alrighty. Okay, so with those potions all decided, now we'll proper take a
So-
break.
I'm used-
Alright. So I guess Mev said that she's spending it with her family. So what about everyone else? What are they doing?
Guess who's got 2 thumbs and a fishing rod?
It never ends.
It never ends.
Guess who doesn't need to breathe and wanted to go look for treasures in the deep? And was going to ask the man with a fishing rod.
Oh hell yeah, he'll go dredging with you. We need
Okay.
to actually find a place to swim though and like go get it. I mean, technically there's the boat that we went to, like there's a room unexplored in that boat, but otherwise like there's only so many wrecks around here and I've gotten one of them and we've gotten 1.5 of them basically. So yeah, we'd probably have to like figure out where we could go for something else like treasure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know the answer.
Salvaging part material.
Fucking.
Okay, so Kinley's doing various exercising. Arjun and Havelock are fishing/dredging. And Mev, it's spending time with family. So, is there any bits that anyone wants to roleplay or not? I guess that's the question on.
I think I'm good unless anyone wants to specifically talk to me about something.
Okay. So you do get approached by Sparks.
Mm-hmm.
This doesn't have to be like super role played, but she basically explains that she's got the schematics for her sending stone stuff already planned out. She mentions that she can't give it unlimited charges, but she can make it so that you, I guess the equivalent is, you know those torches that you just, wind up and it stores a charge?
Yeah.
Basically that.
Okay.
She states that with luck, she can get maybe up to 10 charges.
That'd be good. I need to get her the stone for that, though, right?
Yeah. Like she mentions to you that she can get everything like built with the exception of the stone that's required to actually make it work.
Okay, so this won't even be like made until I get back with the stone.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And she mentions as well that the charging up, it doesn't recharge on New Dawn. you have to charge it up yourself.
All right. That's fair enough.
Just to check as well with the Sun and Stone you currently have, it's not been used today, has it?
No, it has not.
Okay, all right. Okay. What about the others? Arjun, Havelock, you want your dredging to be RP'd or just sort of hand wavy?
I think Arjun will talk to Havelock before we go dredging and everything.
But the actual dredging, just sort of hand wavy, not roleplay?
We can hand wave that for now because I don't think we know a good rec for it, so.
Okay, if the two of you want to talk, then go wild.
Havelock.
Yes, Sergeant.
Do you... He like pauses for a minute and he thinks about whether or not he should even ask this question, and he says, I was thinking that perhaps trying to get on the right foot with Meveler's mother would be a good idea. Perhaps we should get her something. Or maybe even just try to have her come out for a night or something like that. What do you think? I know that you're the one that has the most baggage with her at this point.
You're not wrong, but I honestly don't believe she'd go anywhere that I would go. At least not without heavy influence from Mev.
Does Mev talk to you about her mother at all?
Besides how much she loves her mother, and how she believes her mother is such a great woman. I mean, truly, she thought that her mother would welcome me to the nymphs. Simply due to my situation, not even taking fact with my father.
I suppose you must have had a bit of a rude awakening then.
Just a little. But what kid doesn't idolize their mother, right?
I don't really know Moens. Like I said before, I came from quite far away. I don't know anything about Cadwigan and what he means to your culture. It seems like he was a very bad person.
I mean, if everyone found out he's dead, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it a yearly celebration.
That bad, huh?
That bad. but you know, it could be worse. She didn't kill me outright. I'd say that's pretty decent footing.
That is fair. Do you think she'd accept a gift from you?
She might. It may sit in the closet somewhere unopened, but she might accept it.
It's food for thought. Let's head out. I'm sure we can find something interesting at the bottom of the ocean.
If not, I did have something in mind.
That
From
was about all,
my
Arjun.
sisters.
Oh, so from your sisters.
For my sisters.
Oh,
With Mev's help, I made them little handheld octopus plushies. I was thinking perhaps making a dragonfly for each of Mev's crew. Mev's old crew.
that's a lot of dragonflies.
It'd be worth the time.
Well, I wish you luck with that then.
Let's go slaughter some fish.
Let's. Yeah, Arjun and Havelock will head out.
Okay, so you're searching for like fish and ships.
Yeah, we are going looking for treasure and any rare fishies.
Okay, make a survival check.
My survival's huge now.
19. I'd say if we want a hand with roleplay, we'll skip that.
Wouldn't he get an advantage because I'm with him?
I mean, yeah. If you're gonna give him advantage, you can give him advantage. So go ahead and do another
Take
roll
my
then, Arjun.
advantage.
Oh, hell yeah.
24, even better. You know what? We won't do the little attempt mini game since we're somewhat hand waving it. But can you roll a D100 for me? D1.
Big number.
Okay. You, yeah, based on that easily, so you're able to grab a couple of just regular old fish that you can turn into rations. But you pull up what looks almost like a koi fish.
Koi fish.
Yeah.
That's weird. That's not native to these waters.
I'd say it looks a little bit like a koi fish. It's not actually a koi fish. But you notice that it glimmers quite a bit.
It glimmers.
Mm-hmm.
Can I roll anything to see if I can identify it?
Make a nature check.
I don't. I suck at nature. 15.
15. You know at the very least it's quite a unique fish. And would probably sell for a decent amount. You're not too sure if it's more expensive dead or alive, though.
I will put it in a little water bag. If it can fit in such a thing. I don't know how big it is.
It's small.
Alright. Yeah. I'm gonna go bring
It's
it
a
to the market and everything.
goldfish.
Yeah, I'm gonna sell somebody a goldfish. Hell yeah.
Alright. So you're just gonna go and buy it and just sell it outright?
Yeah.
Okay. If that's the case, we will have to roleplay.
Oh boy.
So,
You caught like an endangered species. Everyone's mad at you.
you head back into Mary LaBerry after you finished, and you head to what kind of shop are you looking for to sell it? I guess is the better question.
I don't think there's such thing as a pet shop, but I think like like a fishmonger wouldn't necessarily be entirely on the basis of killing fish. They just have like fish related businesses.
Okay. Yep. So you head for fishmongers. You enter in. The stench of cooked fish and such is around. The gentleman ahead of you is a tall, burly human, completely bald, with beady black eyes and a black beard. He's just sort of relaxing as you come through. It's like, oh, hi there.
Hello. I caught something bizarre and I wanted to know what it is.
All right.
What kind of fish is this?
It's just a long pause as he stares at it. That would be a, they call it a ornamental glimmerfish.
Is it valuable?
See him pause for a while as his brow furrows. Not around these parts, but yes.
So I'd have to take it somewhere like Erazar for it to be valuable.
It'd have to be a mainland.
Would somebody else want to do that?
Oh yeah, there'd be a lot of people willing to do that.
Alright. Seems like we have an idea. Would you want to do that?
I could not. No. You're best off asking a Moan that likes to travel the seas.
Okay. Yeah, I'll ask around then.
Okay. So you're just asking various crews?
You know so many Moans. You could ask one you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could. I think I'm straight up gonna bring this fish to, like, the Mirage, where we've been, like, staying and drinking lately, like, eating and everything, and just be all like, guess what, everyone? I got a fish. Who wants to take it to the mainland?
Oh my
and like see
god.
what everybody wants to do, because like straight up, like if there's a bunch of Moans in here all just like having a good time, I'd just be like, who wants a job?
So, do you actually?
Yeah, legit.
Okay. So based on the normal people of the crew that show up, well, that works. You sort of do that, and Selim is there. It seems to be like his warring call. He sort of like does a double take, then just walks up and then just says telepathically in head, "Hey, buddy, let's not show that around here. Let's go for a place where we can discuss this, eh?" Okay. Just sort of like starts pushing you towards the stairs.
What's this all about?
I am coming with you as backup.
Havelock making sure that I don't get like like fucking swindled in the back room.
So he
I was gonna say shanked, but okay.
yeah,
You know,
so,
shanked is also a good option.
yep, so Selim sort of like forces you into a room, have like you come through, and he just closes the door, he turns around and says, "What the hell's you thinking showing that thing and asking if anyone wants it?"
Isn't it an ornamental glimmer fish?
And that's why that's a problem. Do you have any idea how much collectors want for those things?
The fishmonger said it was a lot. They
Yeah.
didn't say it was a lot.
Yeah, the right people, it's a lot.
Okay.
For the record, if you're lucky that you did it in the Mirage here, because if there were any particular free pirates that particularly were greedy, you'd be dead here.
Oh. Arjun looks over at Havelock and he's like, "This is one of the few times I've made such a mistake."
Yeah. Well,
You know what? That's okay.
So, what is it that you're doing with the fish then?
Well, I can't take it with me where I'm going.
So you want to give it off to somebody, right?
Yeah, whoever wants to buy it and then hopefully make a profit from what they're doing.
So pauses and think.
You know, Rosha probably won't mind it.
Rose?
Rosha.
Rosha. Captain of,
Who's Rosha?
he's the captain of the High Water Runners, the crew I'm a part of.
Alright. Can we talk?
I'm not the person to speak to about it. I'm the surgeon.
I see.
I can grab Rosha, probably. I know where he is.
Then let's.
Alright. Probably best wait in here, where you can't announce that you've got a valuable fish with you.
Understood.
He just opens, closes the door. You hear rather frantic running.
Fucking Arjun looks over at Havelock and he's just like, "How much do I need to pay you for Nev not to hear about this?"
Oh, I don't think you've got the coin for that.
Are you sure?
I'm quite sure this is pretty damn fun.
God damn it.
Also, come. You saying that to a room full of people? You think word's not gonna spread? Oh, you're not escaping this for at least 15 years.
He drags a hand down his face, and he's just like, "This
But
is
it's okay. You're new. You're cute. You'll be forgiven.
I have an image to uphold."
Bev thinks I'm cool.
About 5 or so-ish minutes later, you hear two sets of footprints coming up the stairs, and the door opens. Selm comes through and is followed by another gentleman. This is a human, bronze skin, long shoulder length black hair, rather tall but lean. You can see he's got like a long burn scar down his right arm, which is got a tattoo of what looks like a cannonball traveling down it into the palm of his hand. He's wearing a patterned blue and yellow flowered sort of vest jacket, and light blue baggy pants, and just closes the door, just puts an ear to it before he just goes, "Right, so you're the gentleman with the glimmerfish, yes?"
That's correct.
I know that.
I will like present the fish like I've got it. So
Sort of like observes it. Good. So do your thing. Good. Is there a particular price that you want for it?
how much you're willing to offer?
Well, we have two options on our hands here. I could pay you a flat amount, and if you accept it, then great, but I might make more. Or, if we want to put a bit of trust, you and I can give you a guarantee to give you a cut of what I sell it for, which means you might get more, but you have to wait longer.
Jim thinks for a moment, folds his arms. Well, despite the fact that I do like money, I think that it's actually best to go with the second option. Because I'm looking to foster good relations with the Moens here. If we can be friends, I'd like that. This could be a good way of doing so. Take the fish. See what you can do with it.
Takes it and hands it to Zelen. Good. Now, how much of a cut do you want of it?
I'll take 40, you can have 60.
That's quite a big ask. How about
30-70? Look, I want to be friends here. The money isn't actually all that important to me.
If that is the case, then how about 25.75?
Arjun holds out his hand.
He clasps it with a very
Havelock's
strong grip.
gonna step a little closer and put a
But what? Sorry, you cut out there.
before they finished the deal, as Arjun was insisting money isn't a big thing, Havelock was gonna put a very firm hand on his arm and be like, "What are you doing?"
What do you mean, what am I doing? We're... He, like, it's just a fish, is what he says.
No!
Might I have a second with my friend here? I need to have a little talk with him.
Of course. Of course.
I'm dragging Arjun's ass out into the hallway. Give him a good smack upside the head. What the fuck is wrong with you? Money is important. You can be nice, you can be friendly, but money is important. We need money.
God.
Do you want these people to think you're bad as a businessman? Do you want them to think that you're just a pushover? No! Be nice. Take a nice big offer. And let them know you'll come back to them with more business in the future if you happen to find a good venture. But don't just tell them money doesn't have any importance. That's dumb!
I was under the impression that we would just call in a favor at another time if we ever needed to talk to the man.
Absolutely
This
not.
gets us in.
That isn't.
This gets us a foot into the door. This is something that's going to get us an involvement with this person where normally we had nothing to do with them.
You're showing them that you don't give a shit about this business relationship. Back and forth. It's a conversation. This much money? Oh, I think you can go for more. How about this? It's putting faith into them. It's showing that you want to keep talking with them.
All right, I can tell you first. I can tell you right now. I've never been a merchant.
I can speak. But surely you've been to a store.
I've never haggled.
Well, you're going to haggle now. Be annoying. Don't roll over and be a bitch.
Arjun squints a little bit, but he slowly nods.
Now let's see if we can try this again. Or, if we can't, accept what this is and carry on better next time. Okay?
He goes back in.
I assume you follow after Havelock.
Absolutely.
Okay. See if you come back in. Or just sort of leaning against the wall nearby. Well, do we have a deal or not?
Push it back up to 70-30 and we do.
So like looks at the fish. Just seems to like mutter a few things. Or mouth a few things, I should say. So it looks over at Selim. They just sort of stare at each other for a minute or so. I suppose. Yes. Yes, this will be good. Yes. He extends out his hand.
Arjun shakes it.
So it looks over to Selim. Just it's an exchange between that you can't tell because of actually no, I think it's one-sided with them. So yeah, so you do hear Rush say, right, well, Selim, find a place to store this thing. Tell the crew to get ready. We're heading back to Arazar. Who knows? Maybe we'll get in time for any festivals. Good day to you. He just opens the door and leaves.
There is a moment where Arjun goes, like, in his head, he's just like, this fish decided them going back to Arazar. This fish decided that for them. And he's just like, holy fuck, I'm so dumb. You can see it like written all over his face. He's just like, holy shit.
I'm just gonna say you don't want to know. But it's in that fishing guide thing you had, and I'd advise against reading it.
I won't read it.
I cannot wait for Mev to hear about this, because there were so many things wrong with that interaction that Havelock didn't address. Holy shit.
Arjun just wants friends.
Arjun... Whew.
You're well-meaning, little guy, but by gods.
I mean, you can certainly make friends with Moens. They'll just be really shitty friends that know to take advantage of you.
Alright. So, with that in mind, if there's anything else anyone is doing...
My god. Go ahead.
I just wanted to find a place where I can buy some fabric and some
Sorry, I heard some fabric and then some...
stuffing.
Vagabond's vestments would have you covered.
Alright, I would like enough.
Enough what, sorry?
Peach, give me a reminder on how many people I am making just
10?
for your crew.
10, I believe, yeah.
Alright. I'd like enough to make 11 small plushies, please.
Okay. Any particular material preference?
Golden fabric, if possible.
Golden fabric. They'd probably have like linen, potentially some silk.
Very much good enough. How much would all this cost?
So when you say small plushies, how small are we talking?
Just like handheld.
Handheld, okay.
Palm sized.
So if you're going with silk, Yeah, probably like 5 gold. For that, and that includes the stuffing as well.
All right, I'll purchase it. Thank you.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
Alright. So. I assume you spent some time making the plushes?
Yes. The 11th one is gonna be different though, but I'll save that for later.
Okay. So you spend a decent chunk of your evening working through and making these plushes. I assume they're much simpler than the one that you gave your sisters.
Yeah. They're just little dragonflies. 10 of them are little dragonflies.
Okay. So you spend the time doing that. I guess with that, then, that would be the end of that day. So, the next day comes by. Mev, as you're, like, putting your things on, you hear a voice in your head, familiar one, but one that also sounds very tired. And you just hear, hi Mev, it's for... Kurs told me to let you know when I'm back. I'm tired, but I'm safe. I think that was 24? Yeah, that was around 24, I think.
I think Mev will not answer, but Fur knows that it went through.
Okay.
I intend to reply later, so.
Okie. So, with the rest of the crew for breakfast. You eat and talk. Camilla does speak up, though. Says, if you want to partake in any last bits of conversation in the crow's nest, today would probably be the day. We're about just wrapped up with everything.
Is there anything that you think I need to be there for?
I mean, if you want to put your own contributions towards the tail end of the deal that we had with Owain, we've mostly been just dealing with other stuff. Tinker was getting us up to speed, we've been getting him up to speed. Any input, I'm sure they'd be happy to hear. But that's down to you. If you're fine with us handling things, then we'll handle things.
I think I've said my piece for the time being, done all I can. I intend to, at a later date, go and collect that cannon, as we said. Keep that in mind.
I know. And Tinker's already speaking up of using his misinformation to make sure that people stay away from that area. Outside of supplies, of course, just to be safe. And also, he's also looking to find information about Owain.
I would refrain from letting this get outside the crow's nest. no one else should be involved. The more people we add, the more people will be curious about Owain's offer.
The exact same words that Tinker said. Well, his was a bit more sweary, but yes, he basically said the same thing.
Now she nods. I'm just thinking on it, because yeah, I don't think there's anything else that I have left. My companions and I are traveling inland for a time. I don't know how long it'll take. We don't exactly know where to go for what we're looking for. Just know that you'll see me again sometime soon.
Of course. Well, I can't help you on where you're meant to go, but just remember, if you spend more than 2 days without anything stopping you traveling through the jungle, you've gone round in a big circle.
I know, Mother.
Beyond that, try not to die out there, please.
Considering all I've been through thus far, I don't think I'm going to die. The jungles of Moa. Be pretty ironic.
I suppose it would be, yes. Still, you never know. You'll be fine, I'm sure. You've got good companions, even if I don't agree with all of them.
You're going to have to warm up to him eventually, Mama.
Yes, but if I can kick that can down the road, by gods I will.
Mev, rolls her eyes a little bit. And I thought I was the child.
Nothing wrong with remembering those childish sides. Being stuffed up and boring like that, not my thing. I'm aware
Is that your excuse?
I'm aware that eventually I'll have to. It's a difficult change for me, though.
Mev gives almost like a blasé shrug. Like, she knows there's nothing that she can really do about it. She just, has asserted that she thinks her mom is being kind of a big fucking baby right now. She looks at Camilla. Are you all going to be okay?
In what regards?
I mean, you guys are landbound for a time. The ship's... It's not looking great right now.
It's not looking great, no, but we still have our legs. We still have a ship. And it's not like Merrylebury is a boring place.
No, it really isn't.
We'll keep ourselves entertained until you finish, the ship's sorted, and then we get to have some real fun of hunting down a free pirate that clearly doesn't care about our agreements.
Yeah, she nods. Mama, how much do you know about Kretha?
She's one of the original inhabitants. Didn't come from the Moa tribe. Came from... What was it that the Moa tribe called them? The Talaria tribe, they called them. It was the predominantly sea elf tribe that vanished shortly after the first Moans arrived.
Can you spell that for me?
Yep, sure.
Thank you.
I only dealt with her a few times in my youth. She's a bit of a recluse, if I'm honest with you. Why? Why the interest?
We had an encounter with her recently, struck a deal. I found out she's soul-tied, in a way. I don't think it's the same as me.
Curiouser and curiouser.
I've met quite a few people like that, Mama. People who are soul-tied, but not quite the same. No one that matches me yet.
Still, I wonder who this person that she's soul-tied to is.
She referred to her as her mother.
Well, that just asks the question on how that would work. Did her mother pass away at birth? Or if not, how would that... just shakes her head. I was always cautious around her, so... Thankfully, this only changes a little bit. Just means to be more cautious, because who knows what this other person is.
Nev nods. Would you... I don't want you to go out of your way to investigate anything. That's not what I'm asking. Just keep an ear out.
Of course.
Nods. She gets up from the table. All right, I'm going to gather the others. I'll be seeing you.
Of course. Unless you're going to sneak off on somebody else's boat.
Mev smiles. If it's anyone else's boat, I'm probably commandeering it for myself. So, not for a while.
To be honest, the only boat that you could sneak on that could outrun me is Von Ren, and he knows better.
I think just about everyone knew better than those greens.
And now they do know.
Mev gives her mom a hug.
She returns it.
I'll miss you, Mama.
Seriously though, be careful. You don't know what the other tribes out there might have up their sleeves.
I know that they're Moen, but they're not like us.
If you need more information for them,
You head to the village of Moa. They
That's
would know a bit more than we would.
yeah, she nods. That's our first stop.
Give my regards to them then.
Of course. Nev will head off to go pick up everyone.
Okay. You all gather around the Mirage.
Alright, everyone ready?
Yes.
What's the defeated tone, Arjun?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
She raises a brow.
It's okay, Arjun. I have something that might cheer you up.
Oh, 10 insight.
Arjun looks just defeated. That's exactly
Just
that. You
defeated.
got it pretty strongly the first time, like a good descriptor. Defeated.
She raises. She glances at Havelock, like waiting for him to continue.
Havelock takes from his bag, wrapped in some cloth, just a small gift, and passes it over to Arjun. Do you wish to open it now?
I mean, he looks confused and actually a little surprised. He'll open it now. He'll start opening it.
Inside of the little fabric is a handheld, tiny goldfish plushie.
Is it the glimmerfish?
It is.
Holy shit. Do I recognize like the plush of this thing?
Make a nature check.
A nature check. Would I get advantage because everyone else seems to fucking know it here?
Yes. Yes.
It just seems like something
I
that
didn't
people
get
like fucking
advantage.
know.
I'm
18.
a fisherman and I didn't get advantage.
Yeah, but I'm from here. I'm literally native.
Yeah. And also as well, it's the nature of what it's used for. Yes. You do recognize it. Not as shiny as the real thing,
Yeah,
but that is an ornamental glimmerfish.
Do I know what it's used for then?
It is a highly sought after collector's item.
Collector for what?
It's you know, like how people buy rare fish to show people.
Oh
in the
yeah,
fish
yeah.
tanks.
Okay.
That kind of collector's item.
Not like to eat.
No, it is.
It's not like a delicacy.
No, it is. It well, the super rich might eat it, but for most, it is.
It's the prettiest of pets.
It is a very valuable fish. You, no, you wouldn't.
Yeah, Tom.
I'm trying to think like if Mev would know, like, how much they'd go for or not.
I mean, I did get pretty high on the nature check.
You know what? Let me roll to see like the scale of how much. Okay, that's right. You know that selling to the right people, it could sell for several hundred gold. In fact, actually, with what I just rolled there, you recall hearing, and you don't know if this was an exaggeration or not from, you know, crew, but you've heard that at one point someone sold one for over 1,000, but that was far away. Like,
Mhm.
like basically saying, like, they sold it in Jurhan.
Yeah.
But, at the
Um,
very least, it's a couple of hundred, if
Yeah,
to the right buyer.
Mev leans in. Is that the fucking glimmerfish?
Arjun looks
It
even more
is.
defeated.
It's just
What?
a little good luck charm.
Why do you make him a glimmerfish?
Oh, dear, back up.
We
Oh,
sold
doesn't he
one
remind
today.
you of one?
Mev fucking, like, her eyes practically bulge out of her head. You sold one?
In a matter of speaking.
In a manner of speaking, do you know how much those fucking go for?
I didn't.
Hundreds, Arjun, possibly thousands.
He pinches the bridge of his nose.
Where did you find? Who did you sell it to? Where's the contract?
He looks over at Havelock for a second.
Here we go.
His catch, I let him handle the business.
Mev looks between you guys. Okay.
I'm
So
not a
bef-
merchant, Mevelair. I don't sell things. This
She
is something that I
squints.
rarely do.
You made the contract, right?
He shakes his head.
Mev closes her eyes. It takes a deep breath.
And so, for all future business proposals, I made him a good luck charm.
Why did you let him do that? Why? You always have a paper trail with Mowens. It looks like Mev is actually more upset with Havelock.
I thought it was just a fish.
No, Arjun, it is so unbelievably rare. Why, Havelock? She's doing like this motion with her hands, like she's pretending to shake Havelock.
Havelock just pats her on the head. It was a learning experience. A painful one, surely.
A learning experience that cost Arjun so much money.
In his own words, money doesn't matter.
You did not say that to Amoen.
I don't find money to be that important.
Okay. You didn't know any better.
Once again,
I'm
learning
not
experience.
mad at you for that. In fact, this is Havelock's fault because he definitely knew better and he definitely let you just walk into a fucking trap. Commerce and trade are
I thought that the
very
connection. I thought that the
Mhm.
connection to a captain of Moa, was more
Mhm.
important than the money that it could be getting me. So I wanted to make a good impression. I wanted to make connections. I wanted to make it was essentially being a friend of this person.
Right.
I thought that I thought. And he like
You
holds up his He like pinched fingers. He's like, I thought, and he looks so frustrated right now.
I understand where you're coming from, but in our culture, doing something like that gives you a reputation of being easy to take advantage of, not being a reliable business person. Who did you give this to?
Who's the captain of the High River Runners?
Rosha. Right. How well do I know Rosha? What is his reputation like?
He's a lot of people compare him to Von Ren. There, to many people, the High Water Runners and the Jet Streams are rivals, in a sense. He is very by the books, in Moan standards anyway. He tends not to mess with people. He'll try to get a good deal out of things. But he's not
he's not like a swindler.
No, and for a lot of the because he's a smuggler like Jet Streams, and typically code follower smugglers tend to work with honor with what they do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Mev actually looks like relieved when you say it's Rosha. Okay. We can fix this. We'll just go to the High Water Runner's ship. Say that we're here to get the contract written up because we didn't have time to do it last night. And we will get you the deal in paper because that is so important here.
Arjun nods. He actually looks like he looks very frustrated with himself.
Poor Arjun. Luckily, Rosha is a very reasonable person. Frankly, very kind by our standards. And you know, this will work. At the very least, you know, despite how clunky this was, I feel like you couldn't have picked a better person. So, let's go to the High Water Runners.
All right.
Okay. You quickly make your
I didn't
way.
even call them by the right name.
Yeah. But you know, that feels like it makes a little bit of sense with Arjun. It's like, I don't know these people.
So funny.
Okay, so you make your way very quickly back to Sailor's Salvation.
Yep.
You can see the High Water Runners there, but you can see that they're just about preparing to cast off.
Yep. Fucking. Do they still have the steps to board?
Yep.
Oh, cool. Yep. Mev's just gonna walk on. She's gonna take a look around. Is Rosha within sight?
Well, as you approach, you sort of like stopped on the gangplank by what looks to be a half elf drow.
Yep.
who you know as Serbs. For everyone else, he has his long white hair tied up in sort of like a French twist. And you can see he's got like an unbuttoned leather jacket with brown cloth pants and hardened leather boots. Though you can see that the boots have coloured studs on them of like various stones. It's like, whoa. We're about to be casting off, Mev.
I'm aware. My companions are the reason you're casting off. I'm here to get my contract from Russia.
Just stands aside. It's just like, fuck, now he wants us to get going.
Thank you, Serb. Yep, Mev walks in.
Yeah. Roshi, you can see he's over by the wheel. You can sort of see he's just like leaning over it now as you walk up.
Mev gives him her big smile, walks up to him. Rosha, I trust you aren't leaving without our contract?
Oh, what? My word not enough?
Your word is plenty, but you know how we do things here. You wrote something up, right?
So like nods over at a crewmate who heads below deck.
Mev looks pleased with this. She looks at Rasha. She says, "What did you think of my companions?"
The one that did the deal clearly knew.
Obviously.
As for the other one, he's got some sense about him.
Mm-hmm. Not enough, it seems.
They'll learn, otherwise they'll get a bad deal. Did he tell you how much exactly it was that you nearly agreed up for this thing?
She side-eyes the the two jackasses. She looks back at Rosha.
You see a somewhat sinister
No.
grin on his face.
Tell
Well,
me.
Well, before the blonde one there interrupted, who's going to get a 25% cut?
Man, fucking inhale.
Though the funniest part, though, drove a hard bargain to begin with, wanted a 40% cut. He just sort of like with a smug smile just waves over at Arjun and Havelock at that.
Mev, she's clearly annoyed at those two, but she looks at Rosha and she says, "You're a fucking bitch."
I'm a smuggler, miss. I deal with things for money. And the joy, but money. At this point, Selim comes up. Besides, I'm not that much of a dick. My crew's good. After all, if it weren't for Selim here realizing he might have gotten a bad deal.
That's fair
I
enough.
had a lot of help. A lot of help. Between Havelock and Selim, I could have made away much worse than I did, and I'm aware of that.
Well, hopefully next time you don't go screaming that you found a rare fish.
I thought it was just a fish.
He's feeling quite sore about that. But if there's anyone that he was going to do business with, I'm grateful that it was you.
Just be thankful that Selim here likes his drinks in the Mirage. At this point, Selim's just like, hand over the contract. You can see that it's already been signed by Rosha. Just the other bit
Perfect.
that's unsigned. And
Yeah, Mev just
yes.
looks it over real quick.
Yeah.
Checks the fine print.
Yeah, it basically states that the possession of the fish belongs to the IWAS runners with the intent of it being sold, and 30% of the monies made would be paid back to Arjun.
Yeah, Arjun the supplier.
And it does make clear as well that in the event of the loss of the fish, nobody gets anything, basically.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Mev will just read it over, make sure there aren't any catches. She holds it out to Arjun and Havelock. Make sure that that's what you agreed on, and then sign it. She looks back at Rosha. So where are you taking this thing?
We're heading back to Arazar.
It's a long fucking travel for a fish. Do you have someone in mind there already?
I got a few contacts, yeah. Besides, I know the pathways here and there, so I can sneak it through without anyone in customs deciding to, you know, steal it for themselves or, God forbid, decide that it's going to be their lunch.
Any chance I could get those routes from you?
Can't get it to you at the moment. Would probably be held by Astis, but he's points up to the crow's nest.
Mev looks up.
You can sort of see, not so much in the crow's nest, but sort of perched on one of the masts, you can see an Aarakocra. Relatively small, grey feathered, but you see the tips of his wings fading to pure white. He's got a bandana on, which you can see is covering one of his eyes, and you can see his talons sort of glimmer with various rings that he's got around it.
What's his name again?
Astis. Astes.
Astis. Mev calls out, "Hey, Astis!"
So you see him turn to look down at you.
She gestures like with a finger, like, "Come here."
He just drops down and just flies downward.
If you wouldn't mind, I'd like your routes to Erazar. If I could get a copy.
The smuggler's routes, yes?
Yes.
So it looks over at Rosha, it's like, go on. So heads under below deck. You don't happen to be thinking of stepping on my territory though, are you?
Mev looks at him and I'm assuming that Rosha would recognize Mev as Arazarian.
Yeah.
I mean, the accent, the features.
Mm-hmm.
She looks at him and says, you don't have to worry about that, Annie. I'm planning to take a visit home soon. Whatever that is.
Right, so you need the charts to find safe places to anchor, then, I guess.
That's right.
Don't want to pay that docking fee, huh?
I don't know what I'm going to get into when I get there. I'd prefer to dock somewhere that I know is safe.
Well, can't guarantee a complete safety. Worst case scenario, you dock into... I just need to actually grab the name of that city, because that would be something to Mev on that one. Where is it?
Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario, simply dock just outside Sirocco Bay. Thankfully, the Dynasty there have decided not to put docking fees on ships that are anchored just off the ports.
Do I recognize that name any?
You know that it's the main port city of Arazar. The bit that concerns you about it is the fact that he's casually saying it when he's also mentioned that it's the home port of their northern fleet called the North Storm Fleet. This was the fleet that took part in the war between Karmora and themselves, which they call the Northern Reach conflict.
Yeah. Yeah. Nevnons, have you guys looked over the contract and signed it?
Hello? Anybody
Hello?
there? There we go.
There we go.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll sign it. I'll sign the contract.
Oh wait, actually, I think Anna's literally just had to go.
Yeah, Anna had to scoot.
Oops. Okay, that's fine.
All right, that's fine.
I wasn't aware. We'll finish this and then wrap it up then.
Okay. So Mev, gingerly takes the contract. She walks up to Rosha, hands it to him.
Takes it, looks at it, rolls up, and hands it to Selim. Right, well. For the record, I was going to honor it regardless on if he signed it or not. Just want to make that clear.
I know. I think I know. I know? He looks over at Nev.
Oh my gosh.
Well, now you've had
I've
a...
never seen Arjun this unconfident.
Well, now that you've learnt your lesson here, you'll never make it again, right? Right.
Right.
Now go
Don't
on.
tease him too much. He's cute.
So am I, but people tease me.
Mev looks him up and down.
He sees you do that and just sort of somewhat exaggerately, like the Superman, standing pose kind of deal, hands on hip, looking to the side, a big goofy smile.
Yeah, no, Mev thinks that's really cute. That's really funny. She actually like bursts into laughter, shakes her head. You're right, you are cute. You see why people tease you though.
Right, well, as much as I enjoy all of your company, I really have to get going. Estes at this point came back up with the with what looks to be some somewhat hastily scribbled charts. Just said here, I have to quickly write them up. They'll work.
Fantastic, thank you, Estes. I will take them. All right, we'll get out of your hair. Good luck with that fish. And she will hop off the deck. Not actually, but
Yeah, that. The gangplank's quickly held up. You see several of the Dark Masters sort of using long sticks to sort of help push out the boat. Rosha's leans over and says, "Well, I'll see you all later. I'll either be back with a sack full of gold or an apology. I don't know which yet."
it better be the sack full of gold.
Ah, well, you might have to accept the apology. Who knows?
Good fucking luck.
The boat is turned and gradually sets off. And as you watch, as the high water runners begin to make their journey back through the run, that's what we're going to call it.
Alright.
Yay! Poor Arjun today.
I mean, at this point now, Arjun is fully part of the Talaria. He has now been bullied.
He's now been bullied, and Meth has now had to clean up one of your messes.
Welcome to the
It's
Talaria.
tradition.